Good morning, Oh, my camera is way out of whack. Sorry. I hope you enjoyed looking at my shoulders. Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our lovely little Nexus Adventures game, D&D 5e homebrew campaign, DM'd by the lovely Alyssa Vamp. To my
Hi.
left on the overlay, I'm in different places on my view. If this is your first time with us, welcome. We are excited to have you. This is a homebrew game, as I just said, and we are also a charity channel in this house. I take no personal income from my Twitch channel, so if you would like to affect our game with your bits and subs, you can do so. All the information on how you can do that is on your screen and also in the About Me section on my Twitch page. If you are seeing this in the future on the YouTubes, you can still have an impact on our game. If you would like to make a $5 to $10 charitable donation to any of the charities that we talk about after the show, or a charity that is near and dear to your own heart, just tweet at us at the Hype Goblin and let us know with a little screenshot of your donation, blocking out any personal information. Or if you're in our Discord, shoot us a message on the Discord general chat that you just made a donation. You'll get put in touch with our lovely DM to create an NPC in our world. We have one that we spoke to a few times already named Tabitha Tabbington, created by the wonderful Y Scott. Thank you so much for your wonderful donation and working with our DM. And I believe we have two more on the way that you're currently working on and getting ready to insert into our
I
world.
do.
So
Yes, I do.
awesome. For those of you who cannot donate, times are hard, we understand. If you cannot support the show financially, feel free to just stick around and hang out for a little while on Twitch. You can earn channel points, and you can then use those channel points to give us fun things. Or, you could save up a whole bunch of them and give Satan a disadvantage on a roll. That
Like
also
this.
that also really benefits us. Uh, so even if you can't affect the show financially, feel free to just hang out, chat with us in chat. We love talking to all of you every single time we go live. And with that, Satan, I will go ahead and hand it over to you.
Hi. Welcome back to episode 94. We've been doing this for 94 episodes, guys. Which is fucking crazy to me. But we've been doing this for a while, and welcome back to another episode. Today we are doing a bit of socialite things. We're going to be going into a ball. Our characters have had a break, about 2 to 3 weeks break, to relax and um do what your character will be. And we will be coming out, if you join our Discord, we will be coming out with some bonus episodes that you can um listen to about what the characters have been doing. Um and their adventures. So those would be bonus episodes put out for our Discord people, our Discord server people. So come join us. The Discord link is in the chat. Thanks to Streamlabs. Um, and other than that, why don't we just jump straight into it? Hi everyone, my name is Satan. I will be your DM for the day, and I'll be DMing these lovely people. And who are these lovely people, you may ask? Well, why don't we start off with RJ? Tell us who you are and who you're playing today.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ and I bit the inside of my mouth dabbing. Today I'll be playing Roland Granbrook, a sorcerer wizard or sorcerer cleric Asmar. How?
That's
What's
the most
everyone's
RJ
pronouns?
sentence I've ever heard.
We're both he him.
I'm she they, and my pronouns will change depending on the character. Well, their pronouns will change clearly. But thank you for that, Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I go by she, her, and I'll be playing Anthony Silverhorn, the Drow Artificer Barbarian who goes by he, him, and various robots that accompany him, along with various constructs that accompany him.
Mm-hmm. And last but certainly not least, our lovely Sarah.
Hey everybody, I am Sarah. I go by she, her. I will be playing Lucy, our changeling wizard warlock, who primarily goes by she, her, but will change her pronouns from time to time depending on what form she has to take for her work.
Thank you for that. And after that, let's do a little recap of what happened last session, even though we're doing a bit of time skip. Last session, we had a family dinner with Rollins' parents, who we met for the first time. Navarre was there. He was introducing his girlfriend to his family as well as his fellow adventuring companions to them. We got to see how loving and caring his family was. His mom was definitely a doter, and his father was a more of a quiet man, but nonetheless, they both enjoyed your presence, and you were all welcome with open arms. Um, if you like to know more of those details, please watch the last episode. There's some really fun times there, and the one before that, we got to teach Lucy how to swim, or at least how to float. But you are back from a break, um, and it is getting close to the coming of the winter solstice ball. The winter solstice was at the end of the month. It's not exactly on the winter solstice, um, but right after. Um, and you all are meeting back up for the first time. You are in Anthony's home having some tea and food together, catching up on what you've been doing. So, why don't we start off with Lucy as you're in Anthony and Fëanor's home, your parents' home? Uh, what have you been up to?
Lucy and Jack actually arrived the night prior with Titus and Peanut. Peanut went on this trip. Um, and probably whoever Titus was traveling with. She recently returned from some solo travel on her own that we mentioned in the last session. And if you'd like the full deets on that, stay tuned in our Discord. There will be an audio session where we find out what Titus has been up to as he travels with Lucy, and we also meet a new character that the lovely Jen has cooked up, who has been traveling with Titus as his companion.
Mm-hmm. And other than that, what have you both been doing, Anthony and Roland, during Lucy's time away?
Anthony's went to visit his parents, his siblings, to make sure they were sorted out. Continued his work on his various projects, mostly trying to figure out the Warforge. Uh, he's also been traveling with Fëanor, trying to understand the biomedical side of artificery, as it's something important to Fëanor, so he wants to help construct and make things on that side. Been teaching his robots and constructs not to set things on fire or freeze things or whatever, introducing them into society slowly,
Mm-hmm.
as they are real people in his eyes and wants them to be treated as such.
Lovely. Uh, and Roland, what have you been up to?
Ron's been working in his family's clinic, switching back and forth between court and where his parents are. He's taken Navarre out on several dates.
She's very happy about that. She loves the time she's gotten to spend with you. She's very excited about this ball coming up, which Fëanor mentions as he brings a bit more, as I like to call it, tea breakfast, which is just like small bits of breakfast with tea. So it's not your usual finger sandwiches and desserts. It's more of like little breakfast foods. Um, but he comes up and he sits down and says, "Oh, you're all ready for the ball. Do you have your outfits? Everything set up?"
No.
Do you need an outfit, Ryland?
I told you I live my days one day at a time in Oxford shirts. Don't actually have a suit since like graduation. I think I've filled out a little bit more since then.
The
So
closet's down the hall.
do we need to take you shopping?
I could just grab whatever's in Anthony's. It's fine.
Are Anthony and
I
Roland
can
the same
tailor
size?
They're
No.
not the same size.
No, Anthony's much broader in the chest, but he can tailor it down because he used to be a tailor.
I I mean, you could definitely do that, or you could go shopping for a new. Navarra's with you. You could go shopping for a new outfit.
Maybe
Navarre,
we
what
can.
did you choose? We could get something for him that matches.
Oh, I chose something. It's a deep red with some gold accessories. It's not really a dress, it's more like a two-piece, but it's very nice. It's very flowy.
I'll go get a suit. Roland just stands from the table and then hurries outside.
Do you need money? Okay.
Did you want anyone to come with? Okay, is
Come
he
on.
going by himself? Okay.
No, we're going with him. Come on. Lucy scoops up Peanut, kisses Jack on the head, and leaves with Navarra.
Yeah.
After Roland.
So Roland, Navarra, and Lucy leave to go shopping, and we'll come back to them. And you just see Fanor sit down, chuckling at the whole situation, and just Jack with Peanut just petting him.
We used to be that silly.
We used to, yes.
Hmm.
You are good at getting outfits for royal events, though.
To be fair, I never had been to a royal event before you.
Oh. What about your little gatherings as the Lord of Bloomberry?
I only got that title after I met you.
That is true. Well, I'm sure I must have been a great influence on your fashion sense.
You were. From a shepherd boy to a merchant to a tailor to a lord was quite a jump.
And I dressed you perfectly in each way possible.
You did.
It's, really, we acted like we were married, like not even a year after we met.
We did. It was perfect.
Yeah, except you were a bit hard-headed, stubborn,
Awesome.
very. But you didn't really get it. I had been flirting for you for so long, you just didn't get it.
To be fair, I had gone through quite a bit of heartache and betrayal before you, so.
That's true. I did wait until I flirted with you.
Mm-hmm.
But still. Jack's just like sipping tea, just looking at the two of you. Can't believe it took you guys 15 fucking years to do this.
Jack, you have no room to speak. You didn't even know Lucy existed before.
That's how life works?
Mm.
You didn't know Feanor existed before you met him? I'm not. He's like looking for backup, but everybody's gone. Like, I don't.
You had to come to an entire different court to actually see her for what she is, a marvelous young lady.
I mean, I knew she was when I first met her.
Mm.
Jack's there.
Yeah, Jack's there.
He's staying out of it, though. Dads are fighting.
I'm gonna go take Peanut for a walk.
Goodbye, Jack. Have fun. Buy an outfit.
I already have an outfit. It matches Lucy's
Buy a better
dress.
outfit.
It matches Lucy's dress. We both picked it out. I'm prepared on like certain people.
I have 3 different outfits, Jack.
Could we say Titus was there at breakfast and he's still just sipping tea?
Yeah.
I think I'll join you, Jackie boy.
Oh yeah. Please. Jesus Christ.
Jack
You
is
need money,
regretting
Titus?
not leaving.
Yeah.
What was that,
You
Jen?
need money, Titus.
Oh no, I'm getting paid very well from what is it? Adventure capitalism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Anthony, you and Fan are left reminiscent about old times, and Titus and Jack leave. In the flip side, Roland, where are you heading off to as Lucy and Navarre go off behind you, following you?
Actually, you know what? He's gonna head over to Charlotte's. That's gonna be a throwback.
The Charlottes.
That's the
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know where Charlotte is. It is, um, it's near the outskirts of Hazelbridge. It's not actually in Hazelbridge. It's right on the outside. It's like the most beautiful boutique that you can find in the middle of trees. And Lucy, as you uh, follow him, it does remind you of Sybil's shop from um, Loomberry, mostly because they are also a writer. Um, actually, RJ, could you give us a recap on or remembering? Can you help us remember what Charlotte looks like?
Charlotte is, well, first off, androgynous in nature. They have very strong features, but they also um, act feminine sometimes. They are a drow presenting person, but in place of where right under their rib cage is, there is another set of hands. So there is some Drider influence.
Mm-hmm.
And when Rollin walks into the store, they are currently wearing something very flamboyant.
Mm-hmm. It's very colorful, very. It's not gaudy by any means. It's actually looks very nice, but definitely look at me. I'm here. I'm. I am the view, darling. Um. So as you walk in, you hear the little bell go off, and you see them turn and say, "Welcome to." Oh, Roland, dear, how are you,
Hi, Charlotte. I need a rush order for the ball.
dear?
Hi,
See,
Charlotte.
hi. Who are these? Your little girlfriends?
That one is. This one is like my fashion consultant.
All right, I see why they like look you over. Good, good. Roland, darling, you are aware that the ball is about 3 days away, right? And I have many rush orders for this event.
Please.
We can pay
What are
extra
you?
if it helps.
The money is not the problem. The problem is this man.
Do you have anything ready to
Charlotte,
go that just needs to be tailored? My father's an expert tailor.
Darling, Charlotte's gowns are done by Charlotte only. I have a few things. Now, what are you looking for?
cocktail, something nice. Preferably with a tail.
In
With a
red and gold.
tail, alright. Red and gold. Mainly red and gold accents, or the other one
Lucy.
around would be too gaudy.
Lucy looks at Navara.
Mainly red with gold accents. um,
Could make it like a darker red. I'm not really fond of brighter colors.
yes, no, we're going to go for darker red with your complexion. How about like a maroon or wine color? How about that?
Wine.
Wine, got it. A nice red. um, you're lucky I have my apprentice with me. They'll look you over, take out a measuring tape, and you see that one pair of hands has a notepad with a pencil, while the other one is measuring you. And they come by and they walk. I for some reason I picture them with thigh high boots because why not?
Oh,
Uh,
originally they had like the thigh high boots and a corset
oh
on.
yeah, yeah. They have the whole shebang. And they measure your shoulders. Okay. Oh, you still have very nice shoulders, dear. Oh, you've grown a little bit here. Okay. Waist, perfect. Hips, nice hips. Let's see. Inner leg. And let's just look at that face just for me. And we'll pat your cheeks. Uh, I will have something ready for you in a day's time, only because you're a family friend.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Puts down a bag of gold on the table in advance payment.
Exactly. Boop. Now, Any accessories that you wish to have with this garment? Or any of you, really, since I'm already taking on this job.
Oh, I'm good to go. Thank you, though.
Very welcome. You would be nice to dress, dear. Do come to me after the ball. I have some things that would fit you lovely. Now, leave. I have work to do. I might have to close my shop for the rest of the day. Bye, dear. It was lovely to meet you, Lucy, dear, and you as well. Miss Rollins' girlfriend, who he forgot to introduce because that's
Oh,
just the way he is.
this is Navara.
Lovely. You're much too good for him, dear. Uh,
Talking shit, Charlotte.
all the time, dear.
Mm.
I mean, they're telling the truth. She is too good for you.
Will make me feel bad. Why don't you?
But Charlotte gives you a happy goodbye and you leave. And Navarre's just like, Rollin, you really didn't plan this, did you?
Never do.
He's more of a fly by
Darling.
the seat of his pants kind of guy.
I've noticed. I quite like that, to be honest. Like, you don't really know what's going to happen next.
I've spent a lot of time in medic tents. You don't really know what's going to happen around the corner, so kind of adopted it into the lifestyle.
That's fair.
Well, I'm feeling peckish, and I know that around that corner up there, there's a wonderful falafel cart. Why don't we stop for a snack?
Oh, the falafel cart, yes. You all head to the falafel cart. The falafel lady's there. Still a little bit omnipotent as always. As she also gives very accurate advice for some reason. But is there anything else you'd like to shop for before we?
Falafel and tarot card reading.
Yeah. She reads the shape of the falafel as she pours it into the. She reads the shape of the falafel. But yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm good.
Rollins gonna head over to a jeweler and get 2 pairs of gold bracelets, one for him and one for Navara.
Aww. She's very happy about that. Thank you. Should we wear these to the ball?
I was gonna wear mine now.
Oh, okay. Me too. She's lighting it on.
If you want,
I love
think
it.
Jack can arrange to have them enchanted with sending. Just a thought.
That'd be nice.
I'll ask Jackie after this.
The party full of
Navarre
nods
just
in
leans
agreement.
down and gives you a very sweet kiss, and a hug. But the day passes on. It's a bit more relaxed now that you have plans to get your ball outfit ready. But you all return back and have a nice next few days. Is there anything anyone wants to do before the ball starts?
Panic.
That's a given. So, the days leading up to the ball, you do see there is obviously a lot more activity in the court. This seems like it's going to be a much grander ball than last time. You see people coming in, rooms being set up for musicians and entertainers, and you see that there's a lot of like testing of foods because there are a multitude of people that are coming and dietary needs. So it's a bit hectic. You don't see the Lady of Twilight much during those few days. But eventually the night of the ball comes. You still haven't seen her, but the court itself has been decked out beautifully, where in place of crystals that are usually there, they're covered with a soft frost over them. And the air is just a little bit chillier. It's still comfortable. It has that nice, like freshness to it, almost like chewing on mint gum. Um, and you see the colors have changed. The colors of the court and the decoration itself have changed from uh, purples and pinks to more blues and indigos and more violets. And eventually, you do see people start pouring in, arriving. The ball itself is starting. There are names being called, lords, ladies, fae, royalty from different courts, people from different towns, political leaders, friends of the court, of just artists, and many more. And it is a multitude of beautiful dresses. You see the Fae attendants are dressed in a very avant-garde clothing that has a very much a theme of nature, wings of insects that adorn their back, mostly butterflies, as these are high-ranking Fae. Their outfits are adorned with feathers and insect shells, and they all have a theme. One looks like the color theme, and how they're dressed reminds you of a bee. Another one of an orchid, and you see all these different humanoid faces, things you've never seen before. People who you have a hard time placing down what they are exactly. And it is a multitude of colorful guests. Um, and you all can gather before if you wish to enter. Uh, Lucy Jack is with you, looking very handsome. A um, he has a very beautiful multiple piece suit on. Uh, Let me describe it for you. I'm just gonna look up the picture because it's very nice. Um, it is a jacket that almost fits like a shirt, um but it does have the thickness of an over jacket of a suit, but there's no shirt underneath, as the suit comes down and opens up the chest. And he has some very beautiful jewelry on top, this nice thick leather belt around the waist, and you can see the buttons that pop up over and under this belt, that close up of the suit jacket, matching slacks and high boots that match the belt. um, it is a black suit, but it has a hint of blue undertones in it, and then the belt and the boots are a shiny black leather. um, and he goes over to you. And what does Lucy look like?
Lucy's in a dress that she bought from Sybil in Loomberry on one of her previous visits there. It's a black fitted dress with a lot of sheer paneling and strategic lace. It leaves very little to the imagination. And she's borrowed some jewelry from the Lady of Twilight for tonight because she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't actually own that much jewelry herself.
Mm-hmm. Um, Beautiful. And Rollin, as you also arrive, you arrive with Navara, and she has this very lovely two-piece outfit on. Um, the top covers uh it leaves the midsection free, but it has this very flowy, almost translucent look to it, as she has billowing sleeves that come down to cuff at the wrist, with this lovely gold trim. It's all dark red, and these with the same material, there is layering around her waist as it covers the top part um, of where the snake body comes into play, and she has a lot of jewelry on. This lovely headpiece that has gems, not expensive, semi precious gems that are adorned and connected through golden chains, as well as rings that match, and the bracelet that you gave her as well. And she's looking very nice, very beautiful, and done up. Her hair has usually tied in a ponytail or let loose, has these beautiful braids in it. It is still flowing, but you can tell that she has put the effort into looking very nice, not only for the ball, but for you. Um, and the outfit does match this beautiful deep wine color suit that you got that has a gold handkerchief on there. It has tails like you wish. The buttons are nice gold that do match the gold that Navarra is wearing. The inner lining is gold as well, so when you open it, there's a difference. And it is made out of the finest material. It is very comfortable, but it is also very fashionable.
Underneath that, there is a black collared shirt, and he has a wine red cravat on
Mm-hmm.
as well. Um, could we say that in the time it took until the ball, he had asked Jack to enchant the bracelets was
Yeah,
sending, but
yeah, that can
also
totally happen.
for Navarra's to function as a ring of warmth?
That can totally happen. Um, and she's very grateful, and she has had a lot of fun sending you little messages as you work throughout the day at your parents' clinic. She's just having fun with all these new experiences. Um, And then you also see Fëanor arriving with Anthony. Anthony Fëanor is dressed a bit differently than what you mostly see. He is in his Fae form. His skin is black as night with a bark texture, which is a big contrast to his lovely soft green hair that is adorned with braids and crystal flowers that have this like glow to it. His ears are longer. His eyes are still this nice amber color, but are encompassed with this greenish black sclera. He has dragonfly wings popping out of his back. You see his outfit does have an open back to show off these um crystal like panes of the dragonfly wings that catch and reflect rainbows as the light passes through them. Um, he is wearing uh, a tight shirt that does have an open bag in it, a back, and it has a sash in the middle that kind of drapes, almost have a half skirt around his back, but you do see slacks underneath. Uh, but the shirt itself has translucent sleeves, but they're puffed. That are similar to Navarre's, where they puff up and like cinch back out the wrist. And he is looking lovely as ever. And what does Anthony look like?
He has his hair done up in a braid that kind of crowns his head. A half laurel flower, crystal flowers, blue in color, with amber in the center. Feanor's favorite flower, kind of just sitting there neatly against his head. He's wearing a black, well fitted suit with a half capelet, and inside's kind of this almost star like field shimmering on the inside where there's little lines of what looks to be the beginnings of a healing rune, kind of coursing up, neatly sewn in with a gold thread. And on the front side is the half sun, half cog circle of Gone, kind of neatly, dolly, all coppered, not to so much contrast with the black, but to almost blend and cause
Mm-hmm.
the observer to see this kind of illusion of a sun against the fabric. kind of spreading up the back of the capelet. Silver trim and silver buttons, not the actual silver button color. Um, he used a false kind of silver, so he wouldn't, poison Fanor and the court around him.
Mm-hmm.
And simple leather boots that come up to his calf, uh, just neatly threaded. He has a wide belt to hold this kind of silk shirt that's almost a deep blue texture. It has a shimmer of green in it. If you catch it in the right light, you can see that shimmery green. He's more open about exposing his body in this
Mm-hmm.
setting. He seems more comfortable about it, and he just kind of has a series of bracelets and rings on his fingers.
Mm-hmm.
One for Vanor, one for Jack, one for Lucy, and he's added one for Titus and Ryland. And then Soon's just kind of perched on his shoulder, wearing a cute little hat.
It's a little top hat.
Yeah.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Um, but as you'll gather, you can enter the ball together. You are announced uh, as by your titles. Lucy, you are announced as the Warlock of the Lady of Twilight. Rollin, you are announced as Dr. Rollin, medical engineer, basically. And Anthony, you are announced as an artificer of the court. Um,
Can we say that?
Jack. Uh,
Can we say
mhm.
that Peanut is attending with the party as well and has a bow tie to match
Yeah.
Jack and Lucy? Does he
Oh, for
receive an official
sure.
title?
Lord Peanut.
He
Lord
he is
Peanut.
Lord Peanut. Um. Uh. Navarra does get announced with you, Rollin, but she does not necessarily have a title that has been given. Fanner is announced as council member of the court, and Jack is announced as court, basically inventor. Um, and as you walk in, the ballroom has been completely changed. It is open. There are seatings all around the edges, people mingling in the middle, beautiful lighting that give this nice, almost like a water reflection, the sea reflection down on everyone. Um, it has been modified. You don't know how, but to have basically a almost a balcony second floor, where you see people mingling as well. And as you look up, you see a myriad of colors and people flying through the air as you see aerialists in aerial silks and hoops, and um, you see them um, moving from one. I forgot the name, but the little swing that acrobats use
A
to
trapeze.
jump through the trapeze. Yeah, trapeze artist um, performing, and you see some of them move towards with the silks and the hoops and the trapeze swings, move to get ever so close to the people in the balcony and interact with them in a way. And I think especially for you, Lucy, since you do appreciate this type of art, these are people who have been doing this their entire life. The gracefulness in their body, the way they just float through the air. Some people talk about they definitely have to have some sort of flying spell or feather fall or something like that. But they are just performing. They are doing their life's work as they glide beautifully here. There is music. You're not sure where it's coming from, but there is music throughout the ballroom that has been decorated with these frosted crystals as well. And there's food tables, there's drinks table. You see food and drink also being served. You don't see people, but you see floating trays. Um, uh, you are aware these are unseen servants that have been um, uh, made for the specific event. let me pass you over here. Um, and you see just a myriad of colorful people mingling and interacting. And you are now at the Winter Solstice Ball in the Twilight Court. Not cold. You can place yourselves on the map. We're not really showing the map to people, as it's just for reference. But you would be coming down in from here, the south, which is you see you enter and you go down these three beautiful stairs down into the ballroom, and you see people talking on the side, laughing, joyous laughter. You see different types of people intermingling, um, and just a beautiful ball, really.
Not a question of if, Len, but which one? A, 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 a.
Which
I've
one
just
what?
punched him in the shoulder. No, you're with somebody.
That's Titus.
But the ball is in session. You see the beautiful aerialists and performers up in the air, performing music, chiming through. Loud enough to be an ambiance, but not loud enough to have to yell over conversations. But there are also rooms. You see other balcony areas. You see people mingling, maybe gathering at a table playing something. You see other separate rooms as well. But the ball is yours, and you're free to do with what you wish.
Well, you three have fun. Nodding to Titus, Lucy, and Jack.
Oh, I always have fun.
Stay out of trouble.
Oh, Titus, remember the last time we were at a ball? You tried to ask me for work without first introducing yourself. Have your manners improved?
And Titus is currently like from the last ball. He's basically wearing a double-breasted coat with the inner shirt. The sleeves are rolled up. It is a very flamboyant, like blue and yellow in a kind of tiger beetle coloration.
Mm.
He has his hair long now, and then it's kind of spiked upwards in a wild look.
Is it back to red?
It's back to red.
Um. And you Fanner is with the group, and he says, "Have fun. Don't make a fool of yourself. Remember, you are representing the court. Yes, even you, Titus, as you're a guest of the court. But do keep an eye out. There are many people here, many fae. Though there's obviously an agreement that no harmful tricks or contracts are being made at this ball, as it's just a social gathering. Still be careful. Um, if there's anyone you need to know who they are, come find me, or if not, just ask them yourselves. I think you'll find a lot of people of Aloria here, and you find them quite interesting."
All right.
Dune has scuttled off already, out of sight.
Titus has scuttled off with Soon.
Lucy rolls her eyes and drags Jack out onto the dance floor. Thanks for the lecture, Dad.
You're very welcome, dear daughter. But you can definitely go to the floor. There are people dancing. It doesn't seem to be a big dance number yet, but there are people enjoying the waltzing, and the soft music.
Would you like to dance, Navarra?
I don't know if I can do your dances with tail, but I will try.
We'll take it slow.
Okay. She holds your hands and she herself just drags you to the floor. She's very excited. She actually does really love dancing.
Okay, guess you're leading. Woo!
Well, I don't know what I'm doing, but I sure am leading. Um, but as you go into the middle of the ballroom, you do see a few people up to you're in the middle of the room right now. To your left and nor northeast. There we go. I know my directions. You see two people talking. One is decorated. I will open up the. I will make these tokens bigger so you can see. You see this person who is decorated with lots of layers. They have gray skin with pink markings on their skin. This beautiful headpiece that looks like a half closed lotus flower. Um, and they are speaking with uh, another person, a woman. You can tell as they also have gray skin but red markings. They have multiple horns coming out of their head that are shaped in almost this crown section, and they have a veil in the back part of their head that starts off with almost leaves, and then into a beautiful black silk with gold detailing, and you can see that their hair is bright red, matching the markings on their face that fades into a darker red to the roots. Um, as well, you can see this gentleman here. They are tall, broad. They look a bit intimidating. They have this gray body, but this red face that almost looks like a mask. But when you see him talking, it moves naturally. They have two bright yellow eyes with a third one in the middle, and these long, tall, intimidating horns coming out from their forehead that are in front of this beautiful headpiece that almost looks like an open fan. Um, and he seems to be talking to a gentleman that looks like they have deer ears, but other than that, they're pretty humanoid. They have this beautiful golden skin tone with light blonde, shining hair with antlers coming out of their head, and this beautiful cape and outfit that uh, they have decorated with gold and metal adornments over their shoulders. And you see a few people also as well to the south, but I will let you tell me where you wish to go, what you wish to do before I describe all 70 tokens that are on the map. I see Lord Peanut is jumping around wherever he seems to be going. People are surprised, but they are he is getting so much love. He is the belle of the ball currently.
Lord Peanut for prom queen.
Yes.
Yeah, Peanut is currently scurrying around the ball, making best friends with everyone he meets. Everyone is friend. Um, and they'll stop once he realizes there's a food table. He's gonna go check out that food table.
Yeah. There is a food table, and he is trained very well. He knows not to get on tables, but he definitely makes puppy eyes at anyone near the table to give him food. Uh,
Is there anyone nearby that he can try and con right
um,
now into some food?
oh, for sure. There are the tokens on the map, but there are many more people in here. There are a few people mingling around the food table. There are some you see elven folk talking to each other, uh, and they have a few bits of food in their hand, just kind of hanging and talking by the food table.
Okay. He's gonna go up to he'll go to one end of the food table and pick his target, and he's gonna make some puppy dog eyes.
You see this elven pair just talk and then look down as they see this galaxy colored puppy, and one of them goes, "Oh my god, aren't you the cutest? Look, you even have a little bow tie."
He
Lavi, look, oh my god.
he rolled a 17 on his charisma check.
Oh yeah. He gives very big puppy dog eyes, and they look like black galaxies with stars in them. And the elven person that was cooing over is like, "Oh my god, look at this little thing. Oh, you deserve such a big treat for being so cute." And they go over to the table and pick a few like meat pieces, and then just kneel down and start feeding Peanut, and just like, "Aren't you the best? Oh, look at you, look." And their partner's just looking at them like,
The partner passed the wisdom save.
"Yeah." Um, but Peanut is definitely getting his treats. He's gonna have a real big tummy by the end of the night.
He's
They'll
living
just
his
find
best
him in a
life.
corner and pass out. Yeah.
When you
Um.
have more fun playing your pet than you do yourself at a ball, that's when you're playing your pets right. Yeah, he'll do that while Lucy is not paying attention and dancing with Jack.
Mm-hmm. Jack has gotten really, really good at dancing, and he's leading. Uh. And he's having a ball. I hate myself.
Please roll 2d10 for psychic damage.
Okay. um. Uh. But. Um. Yeah. If Lucy and Jack are dancing, what are Rollin and Navarra dancing as well? What is Anthony doing?
Anthony's dancing with Fenor, but he seems a bit nervous, a bit on edge.
Mm-hmm.
This
Mm-hmm.
is his reintroduction into the court formally.
Mm-hmm.
New
Uh.
court, new life.
Definitely. Roll me just a perception check for me.
Cool. Nat 20 for 29.
Nice. Um. Not 24, 29. Again, you do see a myriad of people. I would say there's maybe a few that catch your eye. Um, Definitely this what seems to be a woman, but you're not quite sure at this corner. They have their outfit is quite odd for a ball, but they have this you're not sure if it's face paint but this or a mask, but they have the look of a skull on their face, and they're dressed in a lot of dark colors, uh, hoods, not to be hidden, but that's part of the outfit. But you do see that around them, they have their arm. It's this very intricate metal contraption, as they seem to also be decorated with other um, metal parts, and they are talking to a woman uh, that a tiefling. It seems they have icy blue skin, golden eyes, darker blue hair, and these beautiful horns that come out of their forehead, almost like crystals or ice shard that kind of catch the light and reflect these beautiful colors. She's dressed in jewels and furs and a lovely dark blue gown that matches their skin, and they seem to be having an avid conversation.
I think Anthony will hum at the interest in the mechanical arm, wondering, and ask Fenor, did you do that or Asha or Jack? The arm's quite beautiful.
No, that was their own creation.
He looks to Fenor.
Would you wish for me to introduce you?
Please.
Of course. He takes you over to where these two ladies are sitting. You see, where they are. It's a very comfortable area. Um, with more like warmer lighting. But as Fanner walks over, he says his hellos. He seems to at least know these people in passing. They know of each other. Introduces himself and introduces you as his husband. Um, Let me open up my list. Uh, he first introduces the person with the mechanical arm as Camden LaRuse. I will show this to you all. Um, they are the keeper of the Temple of Gond. Um, and they also introduce Lady Till Francia, who is the what you assume to be the tiefling woman with them. Um, and Camden, the person with the mechanical arm, looks to you and gives you just a small nod. They seem to be the more quiet type, but Lady Till gives you a bright smile. Hi, it's lovely to meet you. I didn't know Fanor had been married.
We've been recently married. It's a pleasure to meet you, my lady, as I kiss her hand gently, bowing my head. Very gentlemanly like.
Thank you. The pleasure's all mine. Would you both like to come sit with us?
I look to Fanor.
Of course. You wouldn't want to deny a lady's request, Hampton.
Of course.
Why don't you sit with them and I'll go get us all some drinks, yes? They nod. Um, but Lady Till mentions that they were just catching up. They seem to be old friends. And talking about the updates, specifically Camden's job, um, which they don't necessarily go into detail about, just that they were talking about what's been going on with Camden and all the upkeep of being the keeper of the House of Gond. Um, but yes, they Lady Till looks to you. So you were introduced as a new artificer, right, to the court?
Yes, the title quite surprised me, I have to say.
Oh, how so?
And I am an artificer, yes, but I didn't think the acceptance of my title, of me, would be so readily accepted among the court here.
This is a very different court. If
Yes,
the lady of the court accepts us, then the court will accept it.
I'm learning that quickly.
Are you new to court life?
Not so much new to court life, just new to this court and this life.
Yes, I've been to many courts, and this one is quite different, I must say. So don't feel bad about being a little bit out of the loop here.
Mm. Yes, where did Lady Camden learn her artificery?
Just Camden is fine, thank you. Um, I learned it at the temple when I was younger.
Interesting.
Are you part of Gon's following as an artificer, or do you take this separately? No judgment, of course.
No, I'm quite the avid follower of Gond. He pushes up one of his sleeves to show the tattoo. She's been quite generous to me.
She is quite the generous god.
I've only been a follower of her 15 years now, I have to say. But in that time, kind of Pointa soon crawls up on the shoulder. She's gifted me many things, and I have celebrated her many gifts.
Oh, that's a wonderful little creature you have there. Man.
He yeah, puts suit on her hand.
Mhm. Uh, their pronouns are they, them.
They them, excuse me.
You're fine. Just to let the table and the viewers know. They take Soon in their hand, and it's the mechanical hand, and you see how delicate this construction is, where it moves quite naturally despite the segments and it being made out of metal. It is one of the most advanced prosthetics you've seen. Clearly, there's a lot of parts to it, but even though it looks maybe clunky in certain areas, you can see that there's a lot of fine mechanics to it, and the way they move their hand is the same as a person with their own hand would move it. Like the fine motor skills are the same, and you do know that with the ones you've seen, uh, there is a bit of a difference. Like the movements are clearly not natural, but this one takes it to a whole new level.
Let's see, the Lady Gone has given you many gifts too.
She has. I have worked my way to the quality of my products. And they kind of look over soon. What a marvelous little creature. You can see
Isn't he?
I can see you spent a lot of time on them.
He was a jumping point. He's one of the first.
You have the first. You have more.
If I could have brought them all, you would have seen a marvel of ingenuity, I assure you.
I don't doubt it. If you ever wish to come visit me, my main office is in Hazelbridge, but I do travel around Aloria through the many temples of Gond. Uh, we should meet up one day outside of social interactions like this.
I was going to ask Keeper if you would come to my lab. I have a project that I could use input on.
Certainly.
And you can meet the other constructs and robots. I'm sure Christoph would quite take to you.
I like the names of your robots.
Christoph and Zunlars, not so much robots. They're a bit more. The robot would fall under Freya, and you just have to meet them.
I would, wouldn't I? Yes, your little soon. They'll point to them who they have crawled up. He has crawled up their shoulder. Uh, does seem to have their own mind.
Yeah. He's quite good at mimicry.
I can tell. I would like to get to know you and your inventions.
By all means, whenever you're free.
Yes, we'll see. I do have quite a busy schedule, but I think this should be priority. But um, as you talk, Lady Tilt, as different that she looks from Camden, does have quite does have an engineering background, so that she can quite easily follow along with your conversations. Um, and even put her own inputs in it. Um, and you notice throughout the conversation between the three of you, they seem to have worked together in many things before, and they both have an interest in what you are doing. So you can kind of put them down as contacts if you wish. This is part of the ball. You can make contacts here that you can call upon later on for help. Um, but it is a very deep and interesting conversation to the very specific things that you are interested in, your hobbies as an artificer.
Mm-hmm. Anthony will talk until he's dragged away by Fanor because
Yeah.
he literally found the pet in the party and is happy just to stay where he is.
Yeah. Um But eventually, they will get up and move around and about. As much as they like talking to you, they do have also a there are social
Obligations.
obligations, yeah, that they have to
Mhm.
fulfill as well. Not only is it a social interaction, but it is a place to show face and
Mhm.
interact with other political leaders that you would not wish that you do not usually interact with. But Camden will eventually move over here to these two, and Lady Till will go across the room and talk with two other uh, people. Um, in the meantime, Lucy, have you spent your time dancing? Are you moving around, interacting? What do you wish to do?
Yeah, she'll spend most of the night dancing with Jack. If Beltane's there, she'll probably stop and say hi to him when he shows up.
Mm-hmm. We have noticed that the Lady of Twilight hasn't presented yet. It is a good maybe half hour, 45 minutes into uh the ball, but eventually you do hear an announcement of uh the Lady at Twilight. You hear the announcer speak broadly, openly. They seem to maybe have an enchantment on that lets their voice be um, projected out into the ballroom as they announce the Lady of Twilight and the date, Beltane Hawthorne. As you see both of them come down, you see the Lady of Twilight is dressed in loose robes, but unlike before, these it's almost as if you were looking into the galaxy. You see stars and astral bodies moving throughout. Um, the the robes don't cover up all the way up to the neck. They actually have a deep neckline that go all the way down to the midriff. And they have they have a necklace that wraps around their around her neck and then drops down with a single chain and a crystal underneath. Uh, their hair is white. Her hair is white instead of the uh, dark black you know it to be. Um, and the sleeves of this robe kind of feather out into a more pink and purple galaxies. Um, and on their face, you see a half mask covering the top part of their face. Uh, their lips are this beautiful purple black that match the outfit, and the half mask is strange because it's not really a mask. You see this crescent moon just covering her eyes, and it almost whites out the top of their face, while the bottom is just has this beautiful, almost celestial glow to it. Um, and Beltane next to her walks out with uh, these lovely green and pink robes made out of this shimmering silk that is embroidered with rose petals that seem to almost drift off the robe and leave a trail that eventually disappears. Their hair is left big and wild in this beautiful red color that has streaks of white through it with leaves and hawthorn berries in it. While a almost a crown of antlers decorate their head. Um, their skin is a beautiful blue with a slight tree-like texture as their eyes almost glow with this vibrant yellow. And they enter the ball together.
After they've been announced and they've kind of posted up somewhere, Lucy will go over and greet the two of them. Well, you two look
Mm-hmm.
lovely.
Thank you. Have you been having a good time?
I have. We just took a break from dancing.
Oh, I hope you enjoy the music. I've hired only the best for tonight. I do have to um do make a better impression due to last time's incidents.
Well, I think you're doing wonderfully. Bless you, Peanut. I don't know if that just
Oh,
picked up on
Peanut's
my
here.
microphone, but my dog just did a
Yeah.
heckin' sneeze. Speaking of Peanut, he will come and he will crash headfirst into Beltane's shins very excitedly.
Belton's face just looks like, oh, look at you, little dear. Yes, and then they'll pick him up and then just kind of like scrunch him up and put his face into Peanut. This is an excellent idea. There should be dogs in every ball I go to. Makes everything much more interesting.
I tried to
In
leave.
like full goblin mode.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Titus is in the background. He has like probably a piece of candy in his mouth. He sees Beltane. He has Soon his hand. Slowly sinks back into the background.
Soon just squeals, danger bug.
Peanut's adorable. Oh, so you can tell Titus is trying to stop hiding from me. I can still know where he is. Belting's back is entirely to Titus.
No, you
Honest-
can't.
Honestly, it's just kind of cute to watch him freak out over you. You'd think he'd be over that by now.
You think so? I barely traumatized the poor kid.
I'm aware.
Barely.
But yes, I tried to leave Peanut in my room for the night, but he would have none of it.
Of course. A beauty such as Peanut deserves to be seen, dear. By everyone.
Lucy
Be
taps
careful
her.
nobody tries to snatch him up and take them with her.
Oh, I don't think they'd be able to. Lucy taps her ring of animal influence and relays the compliment to Peanut. Does Peanut have a message for Beltane?
You just see Peanut's you see their butt wiggle and they say pretty, 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 pretty.
I think he
pretty.
likes your compliment. He keeps repeating pretty, pretty, pretty over and over and over. I'm going to turn my ring
Aren't
off now.
you just a dear? Pretty, 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 pretty. Food? It's food. Food?
Oh, you
Pretty,
want
pretty,
food.
pretty, pretty, pretty.
Apparently he wants a snack.
You just see Beltane reach into their pocket and pull out like a sweet. Just feed it to Peanut.
I have nothing against this. I imagine Jack is like off to the side somewhere just
question.
sighing.
Yeah, he's just like, God, this dog's gonna be so fat by the end of the night. I'm gonna have to take him on extra walks.
There's the responsible pet parent, and then there's Lucy.
Yeah. Are you enjoying your time? I know we just got started, but I can see that there are quite a few interesting conversations happening. I hope you're enjoying your time here. I'm going to try to convince our lady to take a few dances with me eventually. You just see the lady of Twilight just it's this very kind of like relaxed pose with their hands in front of them, but you can see like a small smirk on the side of her lips.
Don't worry, I think I can
Try
help
being the
arrange
key
that.
word.
Where are the musicians anyways? I can have them play your favorite song from the tavern.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're no fun. Yes.
No.
Don't
I
be a
have to
stick
keep
in
a
the
certain
mud.
face. I have to keep a certain face here, Lucy. And tavern dancing is not exactly the face I want to keep.
Fine.
I will waltz. I will dance. All
For
the
anyone-
fancy dances.
For anyone who's seen Bridgerton, where they redo all of like the modern pop songs into like waltzes and like social dances, Lucy will eventually like figure out where the musicians are and arrange for a bawdy tavern song to be played as a proper waltz. Just as a little joke
If
to
you-
the Lady of Twilight.
You can definitely try and find them where the musicians are. That can definitely be a task that you have throughout the night.
I'll
But
keep looking for
you
'em.
do, yeah, you do. As you're talking with the Lady of Twilight, you see some people approach. You see the same tiefling that Anthony, I was gonna say artificer. Anthony was talking to Lady Till with these beautiful crystal like horns. You see this humanoid figure here that they have this, they are very insect like. They have these sections on their face uh, that almost look like mandibles, and they are these this beautiful pinky white and brighter pink colors. They look like an orchid mantis, and they have these bright blue eyes. And despite not being able to um, uh, emote that much with their mandibles, they do seem to have a friendly presence to them. And as well, you see another lady who has this beautiful head covering with gold threads. They are dressed with loose pants. Their midriff is open. They are decorated with these gold chains around them. Uh, uh, Disc earrings are made out of gold, and this beautiful jade headpiece on their forehead. But they all seem to be interested in talking to the Lady of Twilight. Um, and the pink humanoid person comes by, uh, and you see them kind of sniff at you for a moment. Uh, it doesn't seem threatening or anything. They're just curious.
Lilac and vanilla, if you're
Um,
wondering.
That's what I was smelling. Hi. You smell lovely.
Thank you. Lucy.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Orchidus.
What is it? What's
Uh,
your name?
Here, I'll show you because I
Okay.
completely forgot how to say it. Or it's not
Orchideus?
pronounced like orchid. It's not this. Yes, Orchideus.
Okay.
Orchideus. I haven't seen you before.
Didn't attend the last ball.
No.
Oh. Well, pleasure to meet you. I work for our lovely lady here.
Pleasure to meet you. I heard a warlock. You must be quite special.
I keep telling everyone that. She keeps telling me I'm mediocre at best.
Oh, well, that's rude. Can't believe Our Lady would say such things. And they laugh as if they're just joking.
It is a joke.
But
Yeah.
you see Belting give a wink. Yeah. They're kind of following along. It's a little hard to tell with their tone of voice. It's not monotone, but it has very small inflections. I've been seeing you dancing. You're quite a beautiful dancer.
Thank you.
Like a flower petal floating through the wind. Much like our little acrobats friends. They look up at the acrobats.
I'll have to pass that compliment on to my teacher. I'm sure he'll love it.
Okay, well, they've been a wonderful teacher. I hope so. You're gonna be here all night?
Yes, I will.
They kind of look you over. Lovely.
She'll
You're
give a nod.
quite interesting.
So people
You
tell me.
smell interesting too. Not just the lavender and vanilla. I feel like I've smelled that before. I don't know where. Oh well. It'll come to me, I'm sure.
Probably at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night.
Yes. Isn't it always then? But I am sorry to interrupt you and your partner's dancing our conversation. I shall leave you now if you don't have anything else to ask. I do need to greet our lovely lady of the court.
By all means.
They do a bow, and you see what look like overlaid petals kind of like stand up a little bit as they bow, and they give what you think is a smile. It's kind of hard to tell with the mandibles, but then they moved forward to speak to the Lady of Twilight and Beltane. But with that, we're going to take a quick break from the going ons of the ball. And we'll see you about 5 minutes. So go grab a snack, grab a drink, take your meds, go to the bathroom, all that, and we'll be right back.
See you in a bit. Everybody wave, bye! everybody. We are back. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. Thanks for sticking with us through the break and our wonderful break music. In this house, if you don't know yet, we are a charity channel. You can affect our game with the bits and subs you see on our screen. That information is also in the About Me section down below. If you are not able to affect our game with your bits and subs, that's cool. Just hang out with us for a little while, and we're happy to have you here. Chat with us. Tell us what your favorite moments of today's game are. Tell us who you think has the best morning D&D face on the screen. Tell us 10 out of 10 who is the handsomest on the screen. I think that RJ might win that one hands down. Tell us who has the best light up microphone on the screen. Give us all of these. Give us all of these awards today. We're at a prom. Who wins prom queen?
Yes. Sorry, I accidentally did let something off the map, so I was re-adding it. But yeah, you are at the ball. I took my ADHD medicine this morning, so I don't know why this is happening. It's fake news. It doesn't really work apparently. It just gives you anxiety. So you're at the ball. You are free to reconvene if you wish. You're free to dance away the night should you wish. You do see that there's a myriad of people around you. In the upstairs balconies, you see that there's revelry happening. There's two upstairs balconies towards the back. There seems to be groups gathering there that seem to be having fun and laughing. But Peanut does seem to want to dance with you, Lucy, and by dance, you can get in the way of your feet. So he is kind of blinking in and out around your feet.
Lucy will gladly allow him to quote unquote dance. She will hike up her skirt and do that thing that like agility dogs do, where like they get to like go in and out of like your legs.
Yeah.
And she will let him blink around her to the music and just kind of step around him for a few minutes. Then she'll go find, she'll scoop him up and go find Raul and Navarra. See how they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, be careful, Navarra. This is a Fey wine. It's a bit potent for people who aren't really used to it.
She looks to you with like, really? Have you had the drinks we had back home?
I remember something made out of an ankeg husk, but like
Yes.
part of it.
That one hurts going down, but it gives you a great buzz.
He's a little bit of a lightweight. There's a wonderful one that changes from pink to blue you should try.
Oh, I want that one.
Lucy'll
That
arrange.
one wrong.
Lucy'll go get it from the drink table.
Yeah. If you ask for it, there's actually an unseen servant that appears with a tray of said drinks, a glass for each specifically, as to not have anything go to waste. But they're in these lovely goblets that almost look like crystallized ice or like frosted over ice. But they don't feel like they do feel chill to the touch, but not like as if putting your hand on ice. But it keeps your drinks chill. And as soon as she takes a sip, she loves it. It is a very sweet floral type of drink that she just not used to, as she lives in the jungles, and not many things are sweet and floral there. She lives in jungle/desert. She lives in that nice in between way. But she's very happy with it. You know, I heard there were games going up upstairs. Should we go and play some games?
Oh, sure, if you're interested.
Sure.
Yes.
Lucy will look
I
around and
could
grab
take
Jack
a
Near.
few minutes
Mm-hmm.
off my feet. I'm not used to wearing these kind of shoes.
She looks down. I don't have that issue.
Lucy looks down at her heels.
Gives her.
I don't want to hear it.
You know what?
It's all-
Nope, not gonna say it.
It's all right. We'll get some cushions for your bunions later.
I don't envy not having feet. She just says that she leads you up to the back, and there is a spiral staircase, which looks a little funny as a Naga's going up there, because it's at one point all you see is like their tail like trailing up. But you can gather Jack and Navara. It's up to you if you want to gather Anthony and Fanor, but she leads you up to here, so you can put yourself to a balcony that looks over the dance floor, and you still see these, especially now that you're up. You see this beautiful, almost see like movement of lights on the dance floor. Here I'm putting.
Lucy will ping her sending earring to Anthony. There's games upstairs if you're coming. You're not allowed to be a boring old poop all night. So get up here.
I'm playing my own games. Court intrigue, but I'll join you.
I don't care. Get up here.
All right.
Now, hurry.
You see,
I'm old. I can't hobble up the stairs like I used to.
You have a brand new body. You are not that old.
So terribly old.
you see Navara just waving at you from the balcony.
Oh, even good join them.
As you join the balcony, there is a group of people. There is 2 here and 3 here. The 2 people, all 2, if you're looking down south, it would be to your right. But as I'm looking down at the map, it's right here to my left. You see a blue skinned person with a lot of darker blue hair, but unlike Till, it's not this icy blue. It's more of a it has green tints to it, and they have uh, dark eyes with gold scleras and these markings that almost look similar to gills, but they're just markings on their face, right at their cheekbones. They seem to be a very jovial person as they are talking. You see them smile and laugh, and they have all like a row of just sharp teeth. They're wearing a suit-like outfit. Does have pants and like this almost suit vest where their arms are free, and you see that they're very, very buff. And the markings that they have on their face do go down their arms as well. And they seem to be talking to this larger Minotaur woman, all white fur, decorated with gold bands on their black horns, and colorful necklaces and earrings everywhere with braids put into their mane. And then you see these group of people. You see a woman that is dressed very elegantly. You can kind of tell they're fae by the type of outfit they have. They are dressed with this elaborate headpiece. The theme, you heard someone mention someone dressed in the theme of bees that looks beautiful. They are wearing blacks and yellows with spiked elements. You see also a drow that has these beautiful silver tattoos on their face that contrast lovely with this darker purple, bluish gray skin and match their white silvery hair. And you also see a tall Goliath woman, dark hair, the traditional markings, black markings on their face, but they do have a lighter gray skin tone. And they all seem to be playing. There are 2 groups, and they're playing 2 different games. And whoever wishes can do me an intelligence check to see what game they're playing. Unless you want to just go ahead and ask.
I can roll for that. 17.
17. Okay. funny enough, the two taller people, these two, you think they're playing like maybe two-person poker, but you see the Triton-looking person just smile and just say, "Go fish." And the Minotaur woman just like, "God damn it." But the other two, you said 13?
17.
17. You recognize as doo, 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 a game that you've played many times at a casino called Timora's Spinner. There seems to be bets going on between all of them. But as you walk up, you see them all in their games. The drow kind of man looks up as you all come in, and they give you a polite smile, and then they uh, go back to concentrating on their game. Um, but the blue skinned person does say, "Hello, welcome. Would you like to join any of our games?"
I'll try my hand at Timora Spinner.
Yeah. If
it's
you'd
a
like to
good
play a
one.
different game, if you want to join our table, we can definitely change our games. If you know how to play Hand of Fate or Dragon Chess as well, feel free to do so. Um, but as you do mention wanting to join in on Timora's Spinner, the larger Goliath woman just say, "Ah, do come join. Come. It is a 10 gold buy-in."
All right.
Lucy will play as well.
Anthony puts 10 gold in as he sits down.
Ah, beautiful. I will. You can move your tokens. I'll make like a little round. So if you don't know the rules, here they are. You all have two options. I will be your dealer. You can choose between 1 or 20, or you can choose whether the result of the dice will be odd or even. I will roll a 20-sided dice. If you choose a specific number, you will win triple your bets if I land that number. If you choose between odd or even, then you just win about 1.5 times your bet. If it lands in odd or even, whichever one you called out.
Peanut puts their front paws up on this person's lap for ups.
What is this little thing?
Oh, that's my dog. He wants to currently sit in your lap, I believe.
Okay. You see them pick up. It's almost by the scruff of the neck. It looks rough, but it's not. You know how you kind of pick up that,
Yeah.
and I kind of place them. There you go, little one. It's okay. I am very good at keeping people warm.
Turns a few times and then settles down with their head on the table
Mm-hmm.
to watch.
I'm gonna do this because Peanut's tiny.
He just got so much smaller.
Yeah. Okay, 10 gold buy-in. Right now there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 60 gold on the table. All right. So I will roll a 20-sided dice. You can pick a number or pick odds or evens. Up to you. So you have to tell me before I roll.
Evens.
10
Alright.
gold on 13.
10 gold on 13. Okay.
Evens.
Evens? No. You're no fun. You have to take risks. Let me make a note here for myself. At handout.
Ron leans over to Lucy. Never play dragon chess with Master Feanor. He plays dirty.
That makes sense.
He likes to play strip chess too.
Good for him.
Ugh.
Lucy, you said evens. Anthony, you said evens. And Rollin, you said
13.
13. Okay. Well, Let's see. Now, we've already played a few rounds, so if you'd like to play something different, I also know how to play Dice Blackjacks. Or if you haven't played Skull, it's also very good. Dragon Sword's a little bit more difficult, but if you're not new to games like this, then it might be easy for you. Let's see. What D20 shall I use? Let's use the big old chonker. Okay. So, and you see that the Faye, she will call her odds on actually on 7. The Drow will call their shots on odds. So let's see. And here we go. You actually see them take a d20 and put it in a dice, in like a dice cup. And it's made out of bones. Like they brought their own dice cup. You get a feeling these games weren't part of the ball, but they are now. And they shake it. Well, it is odds. So everyone loses except our drow friend here. They point to the drow gentleman whose name is, I will tell you, Jale. I will show y'all the there, so you can. So they put in 10 gold, so they get 3 times their winning. So you get your 10 gold back, an extra 30 gold. Now, would you like to bet a game? Or would you like to play a different game?
Could go a few rounds.
Put in another 10 gold.
Perfect. Now we have another 30 gold. So you're putting in 10 gold, Mr.
Who's she gesturing to?
It's weird because it's kind of between you and Anthony. What are your names?
Rollin.
Anthony, Rollin, beautiful. My name is
You actually introduced himself as Dintier.
Dintier. Dintier.
The
Rollin.
drow name that he's chosen.
Okay. This is her. I will show you to her. She introduces herself as Effa Iron Fist. And you can roll me a history check, Rollin, because you are from Aloria.
Come on, -1. 6.
6. You've heard the name Iron Fist. You know that they are part of some sort of group. You can assume a tribe or settlement up in the mountains as they are Goliath, but you're not really sure. It doesn't really ring too many bells. If any of you think you have studied or have reason to know where they are from, as these people are from Aloria, you can go ahead and roll me a history check as well. If not, we can continue on.
Nah. Don't think Anthony got that far in his education.
Beautiful. And the Fae woman will look. They have a really interesting mask on that does give them these big black shields that represent like bee eyes. If I will introduce her as, this is Lady Odelai of the Spring Court. And then she just gives a gentle bow of her head.
Spring Court. Isn't that Master Beltane's court?
Yes, it is. I'm one of his courtiers.
How is the old chap?
She kind of looks over the balcony and looks to where he is. He's as fresh as a spring chicken.
And extra sassy. I spoke with him earlier.
Oh, he's always sassy. He tones it down when he's not in the Feywild. Now, shall we play again?
By all means.
Okay. Um. Okay. Pick your. Let's see. Do you pick the numbers, the odds, or evens?
10 on 4.
10 on 4.
Lucy picks evens again.
Anthony will pick evens as well.
You're just picking the same as Lucy.
No, he's curious. Something twigged with him. He's curious about something.
Let's see. Lady, Odalite will pick, 10 on 15. And, Jale, the drow gentleman, will pick, see, they'll put 15 on odds again.
Roland will hand 100 gold to Navarre so she can play too.
She just kind of looks at me like, oh, thanks. You see Jack is playing Go Fish with the other two people. He's having a lot of fun, actually.
I might switch over there. That's more my speed.
You could do a perception check over there.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. They are now actually playing basically dice-based blackjacks. You thought it was Go Fish because it seems that the running joke with these Triton person is that they keep saying Go Fish when they win. But yeah, Navarro will actually do a buy-in. Sheil says, I don't know, I'll put 20 gold. Sure, why not? 20 gold on, what's my favorite number? I'm gonna put 20 gold on 5. So let's see. Okay, all bets are in. If you wish to change your mind, do so now. If not, you will forever hold your peace. Okay. Wow. Okay. You you see the dice roll and it lands on a 5.
Nice.
So Navarra actually makes back 3 times, so that's 60. So they make back 60 gold. And they're actually very happy about that. It's like, I didn't know I was good at gambling, but apparently I am.
Roland will stand and excuse himself to go play the blackjack game with Jack.
Yeah, you can definitely, let me move these over. You can make your way there. I don't have a token for Jack, but he's there.
He'll wait until the Triton wins again, and when they say go fish, he's gonna turn Jack into a quipper.
Hey, he went into a fish. This is amazing. I like you, friend. What's your name?
Rollin, and he'll dismiss the polymorph on Jack.
Jack just comes by. He's like, I did not like that. Don't do that to me again. Let's see. As you move to go play blackjack, the Goliath women say, why don't we all join tables? We'll make a big table. And they push tables together. Let's all play blackjack. Yeah.
Sure.
You see the drow gentleman excuses themselves as they're going to do more, as they say, socialite stuff. With a dismay, and the Fae woman follows after him. So it is just the Goliath woman, the Minotaur woman, whose name I will show you is Jack would know this and would introduce her as Effie. Her name is Effie. They remind you of a certain white minotaur you met once on your travels. But the Goliath one will offer herself up as a dealer as well. Now, for dice-based blackjack, basically you will roll a d6 and a d4 in the open. And the dealer will roll just a d6 in the open and keep their d4 hidden. You can hit by rolling additional d4s, but if your total is greater than 10, then you bust. So, so let's see. The let's go through the rounds. Starting from left to right. Lucy, you can roll your d6 and your d4.
That's a 3 on the d4 and a 1 on the d6.
Okay. Now, you do get your chance. Once we all roll, we'll go through if you want a hit. Go ahead, Anthony, roll. Or what name did you put?
Dintier.
Dintier. Okay, if you could put that in your Zoom chat real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The objective is to get 21, correct?
Here is 10.
10, okay.
Since you're rolling a d6 and a d4. So. As well, how much are you putting into the pot, Lucy?
10 gold?
10 gold.
Unless there's a minimum.
There is no minimum.
Okay.
You just put whatever you wish. So Dintier, it's your turn to roll and whatever you're gonna put in the pot. Go ahead and
10.
10 and 10, okay.
5 and a 1.
5 and a 1, you get 6. Now, the Triton person who introduces themselves, you would have known this as Ash. They're gonna roll. They rolled a 4 and a 1. Then the Minotaur is gonna roll. They rolled a 6 and a 1, so that's 7. And Roland, it is your turn.
He'll put 10 in and 6 double threes.
Double 3. So you all put 10 in, so it's a total right now of 1, 2, 3, 50 gold. We'll go around the table. Lucy, do you want to add another d4?
Sure. That's a 2.
A 2? Okay, what is your total?
6.
6, okay. The dealer will roll as well. They rolled a 2, and their d4 is a secret. So you have a 6 right now. Let's see. Now, Dintier, your turn. Do you want to stay or do you want to add another d4?
Another d4.
Okay.
4. I believe that's a 10.
That's a 10. First one. Let's see. I believe you win the pot.
I haven't gotten to roll my last one yet,
Yeah.
so I might tie it.
So you might tie it. So up for the win is Dentier, but we do have another. Navarre's actually sitting out. She kind of wants to watch how you guys play this. And let's have 4, 5. Triton Woman's going to go. Okay, she's staying. Um, she had a D6. She got a 9, and the Minotaur is also going to. Uh, she rolled a 5 and a 1. That's a 6. Originally, she had a D4, and that is a 10. She rolled a 4, so she also got a 10. Roland, it is your turn to roll. Do you want to add another D4?
Yeah. Nope. He stays at a. Well, it's a 7. He could try another one.
You can try another one if you wish.
This is where he fucking busts. Yep, busted.
Effa looks at you, he's like, oh, well, you've tried your luck. The winners will be Effie and Dentier. You get to split your pot. There is currently 50. You get 25 gold each.
I was never good at statistics.
Nobody's good at gambling. That's why it's called gambling there.
It's all based on luck.
Mm-hmm. Now, another round? Or would you like to play a different game?
Ron will sit out so he can canoodle with Navarra, have some drinks.
You can have drinks bring up. There is a little where this plan is, there's a little like kind of like love seat that you can sit on and canoodle.
Lucy will sit out as well. She's lost enough money for the night. But she'll be there to support Jack if he plays another hand.
Yeah, Jack will definitely come and step in. You know, he's going to be the goat because I'm gonna forget. I had to make a token for him. So Dentier right now. Are you staying?
Yeah, he'll place the 25 gold he just won back into the pot.
Okay.
And he'll lean back and ask, Jalith, what's their last name?
Their last name is Veritas.
When I recognize that name from my studies.
Go ahead and roll me history roll. History check.
22.
22. The name Veritas does sound familiar. You know, Veritas is one one of the larger houses in the Underdark. The Underdark that's specifically in Eloria. And you know Jala to be not the head of the house, but the one who the house will pass on to. And so basically right now they are making connections and making face to become the next head of House Veritas. You do know that their house does excuse me, does focus on enchanting and magical items, so meaning that that is their trade and that is what they're good at, and there is very few people who can outdo House Veritas in magical enchantments.
Anthony will make a note of that.
But if would you like to stay playing, or because I know two of you set out, and I do not wish to play with blackjack with myself.
Well, Anthony's playing. He put 25 in the pot.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your dice.
6. Oops. Ignore the secondary 5. So it's a 4 and a 1, so 5.
4 and a 1. 5. Perfect. The other two ladies will roll, and so will Jack. Ash rolls a 3. Effie, not Effa, rolls a 4, and Jack rolls a 5 as well. they're all going to hit. 3, 4, 5. I rolled a 3, 4, and 5. Fun. And the open dice from the dealer is a 6.
Mhm.
Okay. So go ahead. Do you want to add another D4?
Yeah.
Okay. 1. You can add more should you wish.
Sure. 10.
10. Okay. Ash is going to add another D4 as well. Oh, that's a 6. They're gonna add one more. Plus 3, that's 9. They're gonna stay there. And Effie is going to roll. They rolled a 4, so that's a 3. That's 7. They'll add another D4. And they busted by 1. And Jack will add another D4. That's a 9. So they're not good. They're gonna sit this one out. But the dealer rolled a 6 and a 4. So you split the winnings between them. Effie had put 15 gold. Ash had put 12. So that's a total of 17 plus your 25. That's 43. And Jack had put 10. So that's 53. So you split it 25 and 2, we'll say 2 gold and 5 silver. But eventually you do see Peanut blinking all over Lucy. And for a moment, you see them blink right outside the court. You see that there is a window that leads to a garden. And you see them right outside the window for a moment, and they look very happy until they start dropping, and then they blink back to you, and they're like, "Oh no, that was a mistake."
Learned your lesson now, didn't you?
He's just like, but then they blink out again, and you see a small puff of light of where they blink outside that window again, but lower. They have made their way to the gardens.
He got it right that time.
Smart dog.
You know, while we were out
Yes,
traveling, he accidentally blinked himself right off of a cliff. It was a small one. It was only a 3-foot drop. It was big to him, though.
It was big to him, Jack says. I think he stopped blinking for a day after that happened.
It took a bit of convincing to get him to
I mean, a
blink
fool
again.
like that. Titus pops up.
Oh, well,
I mean, a fool like that does a person's confidence very badly. Hi, by the way, I was talking to Beltane.
I shoved Titus off the same cliff to show Peanut that it was safe.
She also checked if there was mud. There was.
We hosed him down afterwards.
I don't think a decanter of endless water counts with and saying the command word. What is it?
Geyser?
Geyser?
Geyser is considered hosing someone down.
No, it's more like propelling them backwards until they hit something. But sure, let's call it hosing them down.
You're welcome.
And your traveling companion was all right with all this?
Oh, Lambert? Yeah, got a right chuckle out of that.
Okay. I've won enough gold for my satisfaction. Shall we venture around?
Sure.
You see Peanut blink back to your lap, Lucy, and he just kind of stands on you, not muddy paws, and then just kind of looks out the window, and then blinks back out, and then blinks back at your lap, looks out the window, blinks back out.
She'll use the second charge of her ring to speak with him. Do you want me to come with you?
Yes, friends. Hoops, jumping, fetch, friends.
Well, someone wants to go play outside. Apparently he's made friends. Everyone fancy a trip to the garden?
I haven't made any friends today.
Beltane's not your friend.
Why do you
No,
need?
he's my employer.
Why do you need more friends? You have me.
Keep your friends close and your enemy siblings closer. Am I still adopted by you, old man?
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say, choose your next words very carefully.
You just
Go on.
see as you're talking, Peanut blink back. It's like, friends, friends.
Okay,
Treats,
wait, we are
friends.
coming. We have to take the long way around. We don't blink.
Friends.
Come on soon.
And they just blink back. And I will take you over to the garden map.
Here in the garden.
You'll find something waiting.
Are we at the top or the bottom of the map?
The bottom, as the top is, in fact, waterfalls.
Let me grab.
Hey, you can choose whichever road you want to take. But Peanut will actually he blinks here and will kind of walk between these two people and then walk by here.
Lucille go over to the first seat. I hope he hasn't been bothering you. Sorry about that. Points at Peanut.
The first set of people, or are you jumping straight to where? The first set of people, you see this very handsome man. He has dark brown skin and these beautiful dreads with adornments on it. He's wearing a white hood and a slight glow of a halo. And as he turns around, you see that he does have a circle of eyes on his face. And I'll show him to you. Where are you? Oh, here we go. But he does have a very deep and charming voice, and he looks at you, he's like, it's no problem. He's been quite adorable. And the woman that he's speaking to just gives a very tinkling laugh. She seems to be almost made out of feathers. But as she puffs up, it's a base of white feathers with blues and reds in it. Seems to be a harpy. It's like, he's been quite adorable, actually, blinking all over the place. I was afraid he was gonna fall into the water, but he seems fine.
Oh, he tends to blink in and out of the water. His own little joke to annoy my friend. Points to Jack inside the window, still gambling.
Yeah, he has found his place. Oh, well, he seems to be a very trickster dog. Makes sense, as they are little fey creatures, blink dogs. He found a very interesting one. This is a special breed. They don't come quite as small as this one, usually.
Oh, he was a gift. We found him at a circus.
Oh. That's a circus. I've always been against circuses using animals. But I know well, they're not really a circus, a trapeze act. They sometimes use animals, but they seem to be well trained and very well taken care of.
Good for them.
You are Lady Lucy, correct?
Yes. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Paige. This is Akor.
She'll shake both their hands.
Yes. And your friends are?
I'll let them introduce themselves.
Tintier. Pleasure.
Titus. I am a consultant to Lord Beltane.
Oh, I know who you are.
Fame infamy is a gift and a curse.
Very much so. And you hear Akor speak up. He talks quite a bit about you, to be honest.
Does he? Is it all bad things? I wonder.
Bad is a relative term with Faye.
Has he been gossiping about me?
I believe, yes, that would be the most correct word.
Wonderful.
What does he say about Titus? Please tell me everything.
quite proud of all the things he has been able to make you do, which I must say, kudos to your patience. I believe he talked once about how he made you rearrange the same room 5 times in one day.
Have you heard the story about when he made him sort all the leaves according to color?
No, I have not, but I do believe that.
That's my favorite one. You should tell that story.
In the fucking Fey courts, the leaves change all the time.
Oh, it was one of those, it was the mood blossom trees, weren't they? The ones that are constantly changing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't envy your position.
For all the power he gives, I sometimes wonder if it's worth it or not.
Has he helped you with what you needed to do?
Sadly, yes, so I do owe him.
There you go. It is a what warlock deal. It does not come without his
Annoyances.
annoyances. I was gonna say caveats, but most people in warlock that deals that I've heard of are usually their service. It's in the name, and spreading their name of their patron is enough. But I found that Beltane is in fact never quite what you expect.
Nope.
But speaking of warlocks, you are Lady Lucy. You are the warlock to Lady of Twilight. How has that been?
Wonderful.
I've heard you all have been on few adventures.
We have.
I believe people have said that the court has become quite different since you arrived. I believe that was my condolences for. I know that there was another member with you here, a human of sorts.
Yes, it's tragic what happened to him.
Honestly, I
Jumped
think
right off a cliff.
Honestly, I think it was the best thing for us. He was quite annoying.
Old man.
Rather crotchety.
Not as handsome.
That's true. I much prefer my traveling companions now. They're much better to look at, far easier on the eyes. And I still get a silver fox with me.
I believe that, yes, you are all very attractive. And you see Paige is just giggling throughout this entire conversation. And says, Akor, he's their companion. He's no longer human. I am so sorry. I thought...
Resurrection has a funny way of bringing people back.
Don't worry about it, dear.
Well,
We like to laugh at our trauma in this group. Especially him. Thumbs over at Titus. He has the best sense of humor out of all of us.
I find that if you don't laugh at your trauma, it just breaks you even more. So, laughter it is.
You gotta hand it to the group. We really know how to downplay the trauma.
Right on.
No, you are fine. But I will say I do. I'm actually. I look over the city of Farwater over there in the west, so you're all welcome to come by should you ever wish. Quite a lovely, quaint town.
Who's this saying this? Akor?
Akor, yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you guys stop by, you are more than happy to stay at my estate there.
Well, thank you. If you have any rare medical journals, I'm looking for some to give to my husband as a gift.
Rare medical journals. Well, we don't deal with too many import and export. That's Hazelbush and Arcala mostly. Sometimes Oakheart, but uh, we do have quite a big market of trade where merchants come into, so I can keep an eye out. He says, winking with half his circle of eyes. uh, for the viewers, he does have a full half circle of eyes, so there's 3 on one side, 3 on another, and 1 in the middle.
That would be perfect.
Of course. Paige kind of peeks up. She's kind of much like a bird. She's a little skitterish around. She seems to be looking at you. Actually, I was hoping y'all could help me. I've heard you're quite good adventurers.
What
If you have
exactly?
free
What?
time, of course.
What exactly do you need help with?
Well, I run Faye's Spider Silk Farm. And you see, it's just me and my people there. We're not really a town, it's just the farm. And there's been something that's been messing with my flock of Faye spiders. And some of them have gone off running. And well, not many people like to travel through those woods because of my spiders, but they're all very well trained. I hope. I know it might be a small job to you all, but I kind of need help figuring out what's going on, if that's all right.
If our schedule allows it, I might be able to come down and take a look.
All right, if it shouldn't take too long, hopefully. A lot of the times they come back, but there's been a few that haven't. And they usually don't travel much beyond the bounds of the farm. I would be forever in your debt if you would help me. It's kind of impeding the production of Faye's spider silk, which we're very famous for. Obviously, we're a Faye spider silk farm, so yeah. Help.
I'll check my schedule and I'll be in touch.
Thank you.
I mean, if anything, I could take care of it.
The sooner the better, whichever you prefer. I will pay you accordingly, of course. I know it might be a labor-intensive job. She looks to you, Titus. Whoever does wish to take on the job.
It shouldn't be too much trouble, actually.
Player me is gonna say yes, but Lucy is going to check with her patron that she has no jobs first. So Lucy will not give a definite answer this time.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, of course, I know you're all very busy with other jobs, so you can contact me through well,
I have
I'm sure you'll figure out a way to contact. There you go. I don't. But I'm kind of hard to miss, and she kind of like furls out her feathers and puffs them out.
No
so if
worries,
you do see
dear.
me, hi. I appreciate it. Thank you. And you'll have a place to stay if the job takes more than a day. Yep, that's it. Thank you. And she just goes back to sitting on like the edge of a little lake.
Lucy's gonna eye Peanut. Is he still where we last saw him poof off to?
He is. You can see that he's playing with 2 other people. One seems to have hoops with her that he's kind of jumping over, and she has little treats that she gives him.
I think I've found Peanut's new friend. He's very food motivated, that one. She'll point it out to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
I'm gonna go steal him away before he gains a pot belly.
You see as you walk over, you see the woman is holding up, like just slightly off the ground, 2 hoops. They're definitely not made for dogs. They're quite larger. And one is a little higher than the other, and the other person there is holding a treat at the other end, and Peter's just jumping through them. Sometimes he just blinks straight through it.
I think I've found the people who Peanuts said are his new best friends.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil your dog. They're your dog, yes?
No, it's fine. He just won't need dinner tonight. Lucy, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure. My name is Akisha. This is my friend here. They point to a purple tiefling who is very elegantly dressed. Kind of like these chandelier earrings, and they give a graceful bow. And they say, Loveless, nice to meet you. Akisha looks fairly human, except their eyes are kind of glowing. They are a fire genasi. Their hair starts normal and dark, but fades into this bright, fiery orange. And you see with them uh, these fire blades at their side that seem to be more for entertainment than combat. And she's very much dressed similar to the aerialist that you saw at the ball.
So,
I can stop giving him treats if you wish.
no, it's fine. Traveling performer.
Yes.
Oh.
My troupe is the one performing inside. We've been performing for quite some time. We're the Ikadash troupe. I'll write it in the chat for you guys. We travel mostly alone, yeah. We were quite surprised when we were asked to perform here. Of course, we said yes.
Were you asked by the lady?
Well, not by her directly, but by her people, yes.
Is there... What's your favorite places to travel to?
My favorite place.
They have a
well,
vocal track
personally,
cat with them.
yes. She's very vocal. A cat pops out. It's actually the Lady of Twilight's shadow cat that seems to have found Peanut and wants to play with Peanut. So you just see this little voidling cat with red eyes.
Peanut's real best
Her
friend.
name's Sadie. Yeah, Peanut's real best friend.
Students uber jealous of this cat.
Our favorite places, well, like I said, we mostly travel around Aloria. We have performing in Vatish. It's quite a thematical island. There's a lot of things to do and a lot of places to perform there. Hazelbrush has been a good one. Okar, the leader of Okar there, she's a lovely woman. Her name's Roshana. I think she's inside. But we haven't really traveled much outside of Aloria other than Vatish. I think once we went over to college, but the reception there wasn't as great.
That makes sense.
So
Very much so.
it makes sense to stay in Aloria. Yes. We're currently on break. I'm one of the I do trapeze, but I'm a fire spinner.
Lovely.
Those two over there, she'll point over to these two here, who seem to be. There seems to be a few of them kind of taking breaks and interchanging. Those are our leaders, and over there are some more of our people, and I will show them to you. There is Theo, who is with a smaller blue woman called Kitera. Uh, and there's also two very interesting looking people. One seems to be a satyr of sorts. She'll say that their name is Issei, and Raja, who seem to be the leaders of the troop. Um, but yes, we do travel around. So if you ever see a poster for us, please do come back. We do like seeing repeating faces. Where are y'all from?
Here. I'm the
Here.
warlock to the Lady of Twilight.
Oh, well, do excuse me. And she'll give a bow, and so will Loveless. It's a pleasure to meet you.
A handshake is fine. The bowing is a bit much. Pleasure to meet you
Oh.
as well.
She'll just say, "Oh, excuse me, sorry. I never know how people rather be greeted in these types of things. We're mostly back here for a break, since most people are inside." She'll shake your hand. She's very warm. And Loveless will just give a very gentle. He seems to be very gentle. Shake of the hand as well. Um, and you, Mister. And she'll point to you, Anthony.
Dear, yes. Take her hand and just kiss it with a bow of my head.
Oh, hi. Thank you.
It's an artifact.
Oh, that's interesting. We have been in the talks of introducing some artificery into our performances. We do try to keep our performances magic free when it comes to certain things. I feel like that impresses people more.
Well, constructs are not necessarily wholly magic. They are, well, they are in part magical, but they are quite their own person if you let them be. But that's an evolution philosophical debate for later. You could introduce robots and points to soon. They're quite cute and they get along with children as far as I can tell.
Oh, that one is the perfect size for juggling.
Oh, he doesn't like to be juggled too much. He gets a little seasick.
How-
Titus is currently spinning soon on the floor.
that is okay. How does a robot get seasick?
Oh, well, he's more than a robot. He's a bit more of a philosophy aside. There are sensors in which they have it's the way we might get seasick. We don't have an inner ear, or we might have an issue, see stuff like that. Same concept.
They basically
Okay.
feel like a scrambled egg on the inside.
Oh, right. Yes, I thought they would,
That's how
throw up
Jack
a.
explained it to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was very confused for a second. I'm sorry I did not follow Mr. Dentier.
It's fine. Uh, but if you want some smaller constructs just to help around your performances, I can make some for you.
Oh, well, you'd have to talk with the two leaders, but how much would you charge?
Oh, actually hadn't thought of that.
We're not looking to get workers or anything. Mostly, a lot of our equipment we use it quite often, obviously, and we only replace it when needed. It does get broken sometimes, but sometimes it may be fixable. But we don't necessarily have the time to go and fix it. Um, so mostly we're
I'll
looking for.
give you a user manual and a repair manual. You will repay this kindness with readings, recordings, and observations. How's that? And send them back to me.
Okay, I well, I don't know if I will tell our troop our troop parents about this, and I'm sure they'll come to you at some point. Um, but I think they're having some fun time being on break right now. But that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Data collection in any form is good.
We were going to be heading into Hazelbury soon. We could talk to the keeper of the House of Gone, but this is quite well. You quite literally fell onto our laps.
The keeper and I got recently acquainted, so whatever they need, I can help them and help you. And I would like that data in written form if possible.
I'm sure Loveless here will take meticulous notes. He quite likes to indulge in new projects.
Good.
They just give a smile. I do. Have any?
Anyways, no work. We're here to party.
RJ, are you gonna say something?
Speaking of party, if the performers are on break from the hall, you can just hear Rollin belting a really bawdy song as he's super into his cups right now.
I don't think that's part of the.
Oh no, that's our traveling medic.
And perks up and scuttles away from Titus, goes to record Rylan.
To pull on my horn as it rises in the morn.
All you hear after is like, Rollin, please just be a little quiet. But there's laughing after that. So you hear Navarre trying to calm him down.
I mean, it's a 22 performance, so.
Lucy's gonna tap.
Oh no, you sound lovely.
Lucy's gonna tap her tattoo to her patron. So, now that the music's changed tempo, fancy a dance?
I was about to accept a dance, but it kind of makes me not want to accept it anymore.
Oh. Well, I'm hurt.
Well, come on if you wish to dance.
Lucy will excuse herself and instruct Peanut with her ring of animal friendship. He is allowed to have as many treats as he wants, but he will not be getting dinner tonight. And go back inside to dance with her patron.
Yeah. As you go back inside, for a while with Udinter, Akisha and Lovelace will kind of like talk to you a little bit about finer details, just where to contact you to kind of make more plans about this. And Soon is still being spinned by Titus as you walk closer, Lucy, to the ballroom again, and you hear louder Rollin. Eventually, the music does change to a more upbeat song. It's still danceable in like a fancy way, but it does match a little bit more what Rollin is singing.
Oh.
Excellent. He has accompaniment. The musicians
Yeah.
are into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucy will go up to her patron and ask for a dance.
She will.
Should we show
There's
everyone
a small smile.
Should we show everyone how it's done?
Let's. And she'll take your hand and start dancing. It is not the graceful waltz, but it is a more upbeat dancing. It's still very beautiful, and she does almost look like she's just gliding on the floor. But it's definitely more upbeat, more dancing, more free free verse basically. But she dances with you. And she does have a smile on her face. And as you're dancing through people, you do hear talk. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
What does Lucy have on perceptions? 14. That's a 15.
15. You do hear talk as you pass by people that they are talking about the difference in the Lady of Twilight. She doesn't have a full face mask. What she's wearing, how she's been talking to people. Just her own presence seems to be different. It's just little bits and pieces of gossip that you get here and there. With a 15. What's your passive?
It's worse.
Okay.
It's an 11.
I would say with a 15, you do catch the eye of someone in one of the upper balconies. You see a drow man just kind of looking as you two dance, but their eyes are focused on you. From what you can see, they do have some dark round sunglasses. They're dressed a very sharp suit with this beautiful long jacket, and they have a cane in their hand, and their hair is tied back. I will show you a pic. No, this Mayan, uh, and you see a small smile on their face. And you do catch a glimpse of that, but after that, they're kind of just they were like kind of standing on top of the balcony. But after that, they seem to have sat back down, and they're no longer visible to you, Lucy, as they sit back down towards the back.
I guess I'll roll a history check to see if I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
That's a natural 1. So,
You have no idea who that is.
nope. I'll ask my patron if they're familiar with them. Who's the drow man that keeps staring at me?
They dance and they kind of take a glance. Not exactly sure. Can't tell from this distance, though. You could go ask if you wish.
I might. Are you having fun?
Oh, yes. Thank
Good.
you.
You seem to be quite the talk of the
But
town.
also, I know. That comes with the job, though, dear.
All
I'll
positive
go
things.
back to a. We'll see. I'll go back to a more graceful, stately waltz with Beltane, lady.
I'm sure you will. He'll be so disappointed.
He will. It'll be funny. But, if you wished for me to leave you to your political intrigue, I can.
For time's sake, I think we'll say that Lucy just continues dancing for a bit with her patron. Because we are almost at time.
Mm-hmm. But you do notice that you don't really catch their eye again throughout your dancing. Anthony, you also made your way back in. Are you doing anything specific?
I'll go find Fëanor and just sweep him into my arms and dance with him, kissing his cheek.
There's a big laugh from him as he sweeps into the stands with you. It's not necessarily a waltz. It's not necessarily something coordinated. It's almost just taking the theme of the music with you. And you see, as you're dancing with your patron, Lucy, you see Jack took Vera out to dance as well, and they're having fun. And even though you're drunk, Rollin, drunk singing, Navara pulled you onto the dance floor, and it's just like because she's much taller, she can lower uh, her uh, her height, but she actually picks you up and is just like twirling with you in her arms.
He's laughing, uses thaumaturgy to increase his voice a little bit more as he's in the middle of the dance floor to keep singing.
And as you're all having a good time dancing and singing and laughing, we will leave it there for the night as you've had a successful ball. And you have made connections, you have met new people, you have played blackjacks, and tomorrow's been, and these connections will affect you in the future. But with that, we will say goodbye until next week. We're gonna go around tell you who we are, but most specifically, we'll tell you about a few charities that we do um, back. Hi everyone, my name is Sitton. You can find me on the interwebs. All my information is down below if you wish, or it'll be in the chat. Actually, it'll be down below. Yep. We have a link tree. You can go click on that if you want to know more about me. But what I do want to tell you about is a charity that I do back. It is the StopAAPIHate.org. They are a charity or an organization that has uh, come about to stand united against racism and hate against the Asian American Pacific Islander community, specifically since it has risen over our lockdown with COVID. They work directly with the community, so if you want to support those causes, please click on the link and learn more. As well, there is a link there to a card that gives you news updates, links to where else to donate, how to educate yourself, how to be an ally, and just how to overall inform yourself on things because you gotta stay informed. But that's me. We're gonna go back up in the same direction as we introduce ourselves. So, RJ.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, but today I'll be championing the Black Visions Collective, which is a black, trans, and queer-led organization that is dedicated to dismantling systems of oppression and violence. Oh man, we're like 5 months into 2021. It's been something, isn't it? But we can make it a little bit easier for everyone. That's it.
Thank you. And Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I am championing the Alzheimer's Society in the UK. They provide online support and in-person support should you be vaccinated and are able to take people in. They provide resources and face-to-face online conversations on how to care for loved ones who are going through Alzheimer's and dementia. They are a charity worth supporting as they are trying to find a cure for this rather debilitating disease.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Sarah.
Hey y'all. Thank you everyone for coming and hanging out today. Thank you for our new followers for following the channel. Welcome. We're excited to have you here. If this is your first time viewing this channel, this is a charity channel. I don't take any financial income from my Twitch channel or the things that I do on Twitch. Everything goes to charities like the ones we have talked about today. And my friends have been helping me do this since mid 2020. Thank you to my friends at the table with me today and all of our viewers in chat for continuing to use your bits and subs to affect our games, to mess with me when I play video game days, and allow us to do all of these donations as a community. My charity of choice is the one that we donate to every time I get a Twitch payout, and that is the trevorproject.org. They provide counseling and crisis support for the LGBTQIA plus youth community. If you are watching this in the future and you can't see us live to affect our game live, you can always donate to any of the charities that we have talked about today. A minimum $5 to $10 donation to any of our charities that we have talked about today, and you could be creating a NPC with the lovely lady to my left on the screen. She has created one NPC that has already gone into our game, who we have seen a couple times now, and we have 2 more from viewers on the way soon. So yeah. But with that, we are going to go ahead and say goodbye because I have not had breakfast yet. So, as always, we want to remind you to drink your water. If you haven't had any water yet today, hydration's important. Eat a healthy snack at some point today. Take your meds if you've forgotten to take them today. And also, most importantly, tell someone that is important to you that you love them today. Because it's nice to know that someone loves you. And we'll see y'all next time. All right, everybody wave.
Bye.
Bye.
I love y'all!